Is Giannis joining the Warriors? The NBA rumors are swirling again, so I am here to talk about it and give you the information. Now, funny enough, I made a video about Giannis joining the Warriors a year ago? 2 years ago? No, it couldn't have been 2 years ago, but it was at least a year ago. And I was talking about how I think there's a real possibility that Giannis goes to the Warriors. And I detailed in that video, why I thought it was possible. Anyway, the season happens. Obviously, Giannis did not join the Warriors. He didn't get traded there at any point. However, now the rumors are starting up again. I don't know if you guys saw the Paul Pierce thing about him saying about Giannis, potentially joining the Warriors. And it's not like he said, oh, Giannis is going to join the Warriors because I have an inside source that says he's going to be traded there. Like, he didn't say anything like that. But he mentioned something about Giannis and the Warriors, and it has just been slowly gaining traction again. And so now people are talking about it, and so I'm here as well. I said it back then when I made that video, and I'll say it again. I still think it's a possibility. Now, I thought, obviously, Klay Thompson was still on the team at that time, and so the roster was different. And honestly, it would have been so cool if Giannis did join the Warriors and then he had Steph and Klay to pass it out to for a three-point shot. Oh, like the wide open shots all three of them would have gotten was crazy. Like the best shooting backcourt in NBA history, in my opinion. Them combined with Giannis, who we know is like one of the most dominant players, going downhill. Like, it would have been impossible to guard. Like, that would have been really cool to see. Regardless, the roster is different. Klay is now gone. And so, things are different. I still think, there is a possibility that this happens because, to me, I don't see the Warriors not at least trying to make a move to win another ring with Steph Curry. Like, you only get one Steph Curry. And we saw the reports recently that they were potentially going to trade for LeBron. And I don't know how far into the trade talks they were. Like, I don't know if it was almost a done deal and both sides were kind of, in agreement on it. But then obviously we saw, the Rich Paul thing that he didn't really want it to happen. Whatever. The point is that didn't happen, but that they were potentially going to trade for LeBron. So that just tells you the Warriors were and are serious about being championship contenders, about winning another ring, and getting one of those star players. So I do still see this as a possibility, not only because the Warriors want to win, and Giannis obviously makes them better because he's Giannis, but also the way that the Bucks have been going is kind of why I think when I made that video and back then people were kind of speculating a little bit. I think that was before the Dame thing. I think that was, I don't want to say a long time before the Dame thing, but it was definitely before that. Whenever it was though, it was the whole thing of they haven't won since they won in 2021. And obviously Giannis is a superstar and he wants to win. And, he doesn't seem like he wanted to leave Milwaukee, but at the same time, he wanted a chance to win another title, and that team just kept getting bounced out of the playoffs. Which is why Milwaukee went all in and got Dame, because they were doing anything to improve the team, to win another title, to make Giannis happy, all those things. So, with that being said, the fact that we just went through another season where they were unsuccessful in, capturing another title, and to be fair, obviously Giannis was hurt, Dame was hurt, a lot of things didn't go their way. So it wasn't all just they didn't perform, some of it was injuries. But at the end of the day, that is part of the NBA, unfortunately. So with that in mind, I think Giannis really wants to win. And I'm not saying he wants to leave Milwaukee. And it would be kind of crazy if he did leave Milwaukee right now when Dame just got there. But putting that aside, Giannis wants to win, of course. And I think he would enjoy playing with Steph Curry, and I think Steph Curry would enjoy playing with him. I feel like they would get along. So, I feel like the chemistry would be fine. And I feel like that duo would be crazy. Like, again, I thought it would have been really cool if it was him and Clay, because that would have been impossible to guard. But even just Giannis and Steph, how are you guarding that? You guarding Giannis? Steph Curry's open. You guarding Steph Curry? Giannis is open. Like, that's impossible. But my whole point is, this is still a possibility in my mind because, well, Giannis hasn't said he wants out. So let me just make that clear. But if Giannis is unhappy, you know which team, or, okay, 28 teams. I'll leave one team out because there might be a team that's just rebuilding and they're not even going to try to trade for Giannis. So 28 other NBA teams, if they heard Giannis was unhappy, would 100% try to trade for him. But one of those teams in those 28 is the Warriors. We know this. So this still could be a possibility, especially with, and I'm not saying Giannis is mad at the organization. Like, I'm not saying that. But just seeing that Jrue Holiday left them, or was traded from, the Bucks to the Blazers, who ended up on the Celtics, who ended up winning the title the year that he is not on the Bucks. Again, I think, like, I've never heard anybody say anything bad about Jrue. I think Giannis loved playing with Jrue. I think he's a good teammate. I'm not saying he's mad at the organization for doing that deal, because you had to try something and they wanted to try it with Dame. So, like, just making that clear. However, just seeing Jrue just get another title right after he leaves, and then his team doesn't reach that title again, I feel like that's just, like, I don't know how to describe it. Like, it's not jealousy. He's not jealous of Jrue, but you know what I mean? Like, he's kind of just, like, annoyed in a way, just like the fact that he didn't get another title and they traded away Jrue, who just got a title. I don't know how much of that made sense. I couldn't explain it. It's just like a psychological thing. It's not, like I said, he's not angry at Jrue. It's nothing like that. It's just like, man, we just lost him. One of our best, if not our best, actually our best perimeter defenders. One of the best guys in the league in general. Like, very, very good player, two-way player, does all the right things, doesn't complain to our knowledge. And, like, we trade him away and he goes and wins a title.